our family reunion, the Jones family reunion. I'm getting a drink because I was just playing football with Nick, pass actually, and it's August 12th, Friday, in 1994. Now it looks like it's gonna rain, as you can see.
Will, come here. Will, come here.
Sick. Well, that's all.
Come on, Will. There you got in the car.
Hey.
Have four, Will.
You can always come back for
No,
more.
Will, take four.
You can have 4, Will. Maybe.
Got him and that there dog. Where'd your dog go?
He's here somewhere.
Well, she's over there eating hotcakes. She likes hotcakes. Hell, I ate my weenie right up.
Let's see your gimp.
Come skip. Uncle Gump and I are the gimps.
We're going right by.
You're a lot better than I am. So is this that little friend we were talking about?
Well, that's one of them, yeah. The other's not in the car. She
This is
can't
like
walk very
Madison
good.
is in heaven.
Oh,
Wandering around with...
Him and that dog of yours, hell, they've been going around and around and around.
I know. I bet Madison is so happy. She just probably is loving it.
Hey.
You stayed in the guest house?
Yeah.
So did you stay warm?
It was nice.
She slept in the...
Where's Gimpy?
She's coming. There she is.
Okay.
Good morning to you.
What, honey?
This winter, when it gets cold up here.
Yeah. So my parents are in St. George now.
Who are they?
They sold their place. In fact, they're doing their spring break. I think they decided they made a mistake. They had two places. Well, and Salt Lake called and they tried to come home last weekend and all the kids were gone. Yeah,
I remember from the flight.
motel. They said that was so weird, but
Would be weird.
we drove down.
Shauna.
My last day without
Right.
was
Probably did.
Barry. Barry.
Just 18 miles from
Look what the dogs get to have.
8 miles.
Hi.
I think we better play. Huh? Where's the pipe come from?
We're at 24 miles.
Oh, the spring was right by the house?
No, just up above it a ways. We have good water pressure.
Well, there's a willow bush right there.
Down the front, up on that.
And this is the hillside that Grandma Allie spent her summers in the homestead at 24 Mile. These kids are walking down to 24 Mile. So right about there.
Right about that. That's where the house was.
Over here?
Right there about where you're at.
Okay. Well, this is the cellar. Where's the house right over the top of
That's right. The house was, right, come out the front door and the cellar was right there.
Here's the water pipe.
Yeah? That's right in front of the door.
So how many years did you lived up here during this?
Yeah, all my kid life.
Oh, really? But you just come live here in this summer, and then in the winter, then you'd move down.
Go back down Chesterfield.
But you did that so you could
Well, so we
homestead.
had a place to milk the cows, for pasture for the cows, and things like
But you were homesteading it, right?
Yeah,
so that
right.
you could.
Right.
Let's
You
interview you
homestead.
here.
Get out of here. What are you doing?
We got to get a movie of this. So you,
Movie or what?
of you
I'll
telling
quit-
me
I'll
about what
quit
you.
moving now.
This is all. This is a history you're telling us.
Yeah, they're going up to the spring now.
So there was a spring up above the
Well,
house.
yeah, Dad dug it out, see. Then that's the reason we had to pipe water down to.
So how nice. You had a spring, and then they put a pipe in.
Well, yeah, to water the garden and everything there, see.
So about what month would you have to move back to?
Huh?
What month of the year would you have to move back to Chesterfield?
September. We start school in September. September and October we'd move back.
But so but you did
No
say that
wagon.
you and Marvin would ride your horses down to go to school?
Oh yeah, we rode that from here down to school. Start with.
Until.
And then after we got down there, we walked to school, and in the wintertime we'd ride a horse.
Oh, my
Put Sarah
kids.
behind one of us, and Margaret behind or whatever. And then the old pinto horse, three of us used to get on him and go to school. And then turn him loose and let him come home.
The horse would come home. Then what about when you got out of school? How would you get home?
Walk.
Oh,
3, 4, 5, 6 families.
6 families up here. So
And every time
It's
in
funny, you
thunder and
can't see
lightning,
anything.
Carmen, he wasn't there much, but every time in thunder and lightning, Carmen's wife, she'd be coming running across
Oh,
the
really?
flat over to Mother's house. She's scared to death of the thunder. So she'd always come over here. We had that little, just a little one-room shy bed in one corner, and then another bed that they pulled it up the wall with a rope, pulled it back again the wall, tied it.
and your dad wasn't here, huh?
Oh no, he's sheep shearer. He'd leave us in the spring, right? My dad never raised me. My mother raised me.
Because that's written in that history. You know, the one that in that little cookbook. Have you read that yet?
What?
In the cookbook that they made for this reunion today. There's a little history that Columbia wrote, and it talks about how she raised the kids all by herself.
Well, yeah, she did. I grant you that. No, I got some out. Me and Dad, we had a big argument once, and I'll tell you that. And if I'd known then what I know now, when he was alive, we'd had a bigger argument. No, this road, the water used to come down to go in the reservoir. They've changed everything.
There was no sagebrush at all. It just was all.
And you could hear a horse coming a minute, or somebody coming up the country, and then we'd see a wagon or somebody coming, hear somebody. Us kids would all run out and hide behind the sagebrush, just lived like a bunch of Indians. I'll never see nobody and nothing else.
Well, I think we're going to miss the bulk of the industry when they're coming back down.
There was just one big room, wasn't
They
there?
had a tent in the back.
Yeah. I told them there was 2 rooms, but that's right. There's only
No,
one.
just one room.
We had a bed
They'd
that
sit over here in the corner, and then another bed would come up the wall, another drag full of rope and
down
drag it out
down
against the
inside.
wall. And a little table sitting over here, and a cook stove back over here, a little stove, camp stove.
Well, and with the addition of the tent, it made things better too, didn't it?
Then we'd start school, Marv and I'd ride a horse from here down, and by that time, for a while, then we'd move back, get the team in, load everything in our wagon. Mother and the girls would come down the canyon.
Ada never did live up here.
No, Ada never did live up here. Margaret was just a baby, too.
Yeah.
Cream, Mother would load it in the buggy, take it down to the post office, mailman pick it up and take it from there. And then Grandmother, when she'd come up, she had a one-horse, old Mon, that was her horse, just a one-horse shay buggy, drive up here, stay for 2 or 3 days or a week, and then we'd go back.
So where was grandmother? In Chesterfield?
Oh yeah, that's when she lived down to the big house, down on the corner, down there where
Hatch.
Herman Hatch used to live.
Yeah, I know you.
Didn't I show you where grandmother lived when you come through Chesterfield? That little house.
See, I wasn't in your car
where you
with
turn
you.
to go to the store. And there's a little house.
Sarah probably didn't
Sit
think
right
about
there on the corner.
Well, I'll have to have Sarah show me.
That's where. See, Dad and Mother bought that for her after she'd lost the ranch down there. Osmond called after her son, mortgaged the ranch, and then she'd lost everything.
And so then she got this little house.
Yeah, Dad
Well,
and
now
Mother
that's written in that where Columbia wrote in the cookbook. Have you seen the cookbook yet? Anna?
Who wrote it?
Well, your
Mother?
mother. Yeah, there's a little
Hell,
history.
I ain't read that either.
You need to read it. It's really neat. But it talks about her moving with her mother to the little house.
Yeah. Baptized the same place.
And it was cold water
Well, yeah, the creek.
in
See,
October.
that's when they had the old brick. All them bricks was made, from that there, the brickyard, right there in Chesterfield. Well, instead of me coming home from school, I went and hid in the brickyard when I was 8 years old because they was going to baptize me, I got in one of them, crawled underneath one of them there dealies where they make the brick.
Well, you must have.
So I crawled out of there, and everybody's looking for me, and Mother found me and drugged me off there.
You must have pulled the same trick Marv did. He said that, boy, they had to hunt for him. He ran away. He wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, can you imagine this cold water in October and getting baptized? I don't blame him. I'd have hid too.
So that's what we done.
So they finally found you, though?
Oh,
You got
bet,
that?
you bet, and I got baptized.
Kicking and screaming.
Just over
huh?
there, and it would cross the creek there in a beaver dam. You bet. Now, where the hell are they going now?
I was going to ask you that.
All there is, the lower one and the upper one, they call it. And then the lower one dam broke and it went out, and then years later, this one here broke and went out. And they didn't have no reservoir. And then later years, old Harkins is his name, got a contract. He had his camp down below when they rebuilt it. All done with horses and wagons.
Story
They'd
over.
say, well, maybe we better have a sage hen today. Well, Marv would give an eye. We'd just take our flippers and walk around out here in this sagebrush. We'd find a sage hen, shoot her, bring it home, we'd have chicken dinner. And then if we wanted to fish, we'd just walk up the creek there. We'd reach down underneath the bank, pull them big old trout out. Nobody else but us natives knew they was there now, Big trout. That's all amounted to. If we wanted to pine hen, we'd go, that's what we call Pine Grove. Up there, we'd go up Pine Grove and get a pine hen.
What's a pine hen?
Huh?
What's a pine hen?
That's another little chicken. It's just like a chicken. Only they got more white meat on them. They're more like a pheasant was. They take.
Say this part. Okay, so
Well, Todd Sutton and Ray Ellison, they was in together when they bought this whole range clear over the top of that hill over there, clear back over to the Indian reservation.
But for as young as she is, to have as many, back problems and that kind of
and they bought all that, and then you just headed back. They bought
They
it all.
out, and then they dissolved partnerships.
Landon, who's your friend? Braden? Hey, Braden and Landon.
You guys are great
Kristen.
cousins.
That's Carolyn's.
Ooh, there's a Peo. There's a Morgan. Yep. Hey, there's some numbers we need, huh? We'll get numbers. All right, I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
Sorry about the fly.
I thought that's what you're growing this year.
Pray for that one to come up.
There's always a bumper crop of flies. You want to eat?
time of year.
That's good.
Oh, I'm so good at this
Experience, is that what you're telling me?
They're Katie's there. And when their skin rips off, there's skeleton.
You are?
They're that big, bro. They're like called a skeleton.
Eat up that hamburger. Let me see you take a bite. How you doing it, Margaret?
No, I don't want to make it blank on this thing, so I better go behind you.
You better. You'll ruin that.
That's
You
right, I know.
keep out of this picture.
I
would
don't
you?
want no.
Somehow I got.
Natalie,
Natalie! Nick wants you to come do it again with him.
we have to go do it again.
Nick, I want to do it with you!
Yes, you and Natalie be on this team.
After he did this to me, press me to go.
Here's a
Cody, he is so darling.
Yeah, Grandpa Allie.
and they're doing such a good job too. Oh, now Rob's getting into Anita's house.
Well, and
We got lots more people than the ours in the Girls Carry team. Tyler was really bummed
can I hold him?
compared with his mother.
I want to have this picture of this little baby. This BYU boy.
Kansas City boy. Look at We bought it yesterday at the bookstore.
Grandma. Spoiler. Hey, Alex.
Do you do your trick?
Show them how you do your trick.
That's a
Ooh, very excellent.
job.
Very excellent.
Good job.
I can see.
Looks like Darren.
I can see
think he
Darren.
is.
That's what I see too.
Looks more like Darren than Landon.
Yeah, he does.
Darren's got a little brother finally. Oh, but boy, is he good looking. Don't disappear from me.
If they need another one out there, maybe we could try it with him.
Boy, does he ever look like the Huffington back there.
Yeah. Stick that tongue out. Stick your tongue out and he will. Alex!
Now, the next reading, we have to see how big Tyler gets. He's going to be a lot taller.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, huh?
Just come back. Don't let those kids go have to.
Remember me or not? Haven't had good potatoes since we made that trip out
These are some, they're coming. We'll bring them at 5.
I just accidentally hit.
You're in it. I'm sorry. You're part of the family. I'm taking the whole works.
On purpose?
Mom makes cornbread that tastes like mine. I didn't know that.
I did.
Did Grandpa Allie put his popcorn in there?
Yeah, I did. It got something to it.
There's one thing, some of the, there's one,
Did you blow a big bubble?
So are the big winners the team 2?
Big one's just team 2.
Let's give a cheer for team 2.
High five.
Nobody's playing these lists.
well, that's all.